DK Paul has now gone 8 innings the last 2, and there's few pitchers in history who are doing what he's doing, those back-to-back starts. How did this one top the last one?
Man, I didn't know, the way he's been throwing the ball lately, the Milwaukee start, Arizona, and then tonight, it was electric the way that he's efficient, stayed in the zone. First 6 up, 6 down, be a punch out at the beginning, and mixing everything in, the fastball, changeup, occasional sweeper. But he did an unbelievable job.
You've been around some guys during some dominant seasons as a player and as a coach. Do you recognize any similarities to Verlander's run or Cole's run that they went on in their big years to what's going on right now?
Yeah, honestly, I said that to Murph during the game. Back in 2011, being with Ver, every time he took the mound, you were shocked when he gave up a hit. And, Paul is on that type of run right now, just the way that he's throwing the ball, the commanding it in the zone too, and then able to mix it up with all of his pitches. It's impressive to watch.
In your time being around him, what have you seen about him when he has a bad start, the way he comes back? Not like 9 strikeouts and no walks, and his bad start against St. Louis was all that. But what have you noticed about his ability? Does he flush everything away, or is he a guy that drills down and gets specific and really breaks it over after he has a tough one?
Tim, what's amazing, and I just thought of this when you asked that, I think the most amazing thing about Paul is you can't tell a difference after a tough start and after a great start. And he shows up the same way every single day, and he'll be back tomorrow. Tonight was a great start, and tomorrow he will be back the exact same way, getting ready for Sunday against the Phillies. And I think it's what drives him to be great is that whatever happened the day before doesn't affect him in any way. He just continues to try to get better every single day that he shows up, which is fascinating to watch.
Tony, I know he has quote-unquote no-hit stuff. You could throw one anytime he takes them out. The way he started out tonight in those first 2 innings, did it enter your mind at all that maybe this was the night he'd be able to do that?
Yeah, any time, looking back at the Milwaukee start and then tonight when he's rolling through like that, definitely creeps in where you start to think, you start to see the stuff, the swing and miss, that it could be any night with the stuff that he's got.
How impressive was his fastball early in the game, leading 4 for 6 strikeouts on that fastball?
Yeah, and locating it too, up in the zone, just enough to get the swing. It was impressive.
There's conversations about, when there's a chance that he could maybe throw on. You guys, what are those like? Because it's almost like he's forcing the conversation at this point.
Yeah, no, he is, and honestly, that 8th inning, at the bottom of the 7th that we had was long pitching change, and you sit there and you think, what's best for Paul Skenes? We end up adding one on, we're up 3-zip, and then the first fastball we went back out was 94, and you just sit there and you're paying attention to everything and how he's reacting to it. So tonight, especially after the long 7th, and he goes back out for the 8th, he was done after 8.
How is he in those conversations?
Paul?
Yeah.
It's great.
That was my question, and just like his emotions in those scenarios.
He's great.
When you say great, is it great because he's fighting to get back out there? Is it great because he's just listening and trusts the staff? Like, what is it like?
Paul is great to communicate with, and we're most of the time on the same page.
What did you see from your guys driving in all 3 runs with 2 outs?
That was awesome. Nick Gonzalez coming up in the first inning, driving it in, and then to add on the 2 late with Lau and Reynolds. Again, we've talked about it a lot when we haven't got that timely hit with runners in scoring position. Tonight we were able to get 3 of them. That was the difference in the game.
On your previous point, when he has a really good one like this, how is he the next day in the sense like for the next start? Like, hey, I found a little something with the sweeper, I found a little something to change. Does he build off the good things, or is everything just rip it out and start anew for the next matchup?
No, he builds on things. Like he'll tinker with stuff, wind up, stretch, pitches, pitch grips. It's just really honestly the way he goes about it every day, whether it's with the actual pitching or his conditioning, the way he gets after it in the weight room. It's amazing to watch.
Do you recognize other people in the dugout appreciating this while it's happening?
I hope so. It's hard. Being down in my end, I walk through every once in a while, but a better question maybe for them.
Donnie O'Neill with 3 hits tonight, 2 doubles. What are you seeing from him?
Honestly, I thought that was the best game O'Neill Cruz has played. When you talk about the offensive approach, the doubles, the aggressiveness at the plate, the plays, the jumps he got in the outfield, he sold out to try to make that play, and then he goes to right center. He made a play earlier, I think it was Moniak, on a very similar ball. I thought it was the most complete game that O'Neill Cruz has played.